Hey guys, HelpingHans here, bringing you a cast between Forez and Mishi. By the way, I have a Discord if you didn't know. Discord.gg HelpingHans. Feel free to join it. And big from Austere, MG Tier 1. However, we do see just a, looks like it's going to just be a conscript start here. No Tier 1 or Tier 2 from Forez.
Fresh conscripts have arrived. This is our sector now.
I've always wondered the capping order on this map, chat. After capping this, do you go and capture the middle VP, or do you go for this point? Best to probably go for this point over here, because you need to wire off this cover. And if you were to go for this point, you know, an MG could maybe sit up here while you try and cap it. And then suppress you straight away. But at least if you're trying to capture this point, you wouldn't get suppressed, because you've got the tractor there to provide you cover. Well, look at that, nice wiring there from Forez. Managing to wire off both points there, and still keep capping the entire time. That's some good stuff there from him. I probably would struggle to try and do that. So yeah, he laid that wire perfectly there on that point. So using his combat engineers to try and get close to these pioneers to deliver as much damage as they can. And about 10% damage to that squad. Meanwhile, it looks like Mishi's just going to prioritise focusing left for the time being. Getting himself a second grenadier out.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Wiring off the cover as well, good there.
The new grenadiers
Pioneers are going to try and close the distance here, but I think this is probably a mistake here from the combat engineers to back away, because as they're backing away, they're not returning fire. He's waiting for reinforcements of the conscripts to come in. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we've got conscripts fighting Grens. Conscripts are in green cover, but a couple of those guys aren't really sticking in cover, and one of those conscript models drops very quickly. Where's the MG at? MG is just chilling over here on the left, not being really useful at the moment. These pioneers are currently exposed here from that side there to the combat engineers. Probably just best to retreat them. Not sure why he's just keeping them in the fight.
are securing our territory.
MG can open up, might be able to get some suppression off on here because these conscripts aren't in cover facing this MG. So yeah, there they go. They do get suppressed by the MG.
Broken our supply lines.
So it was only a very short suppression, so they'll become unsuppressed very quickly. Meanwhile, we have that conscript squad's going for the decap here, but another grenadier squad's showing up, so that'll push that one away.
The territory is
Become unsuppressed, but they are down to 3 minutes. They won't cause too much problems for this grenadier squad.
Comrades, we have now installed a field hospital at headquarters.
Upgrading flamethrowers. He's probably going to stay behind there. Going to try and get the engagement here now early. MG, though, is going to support. Probably a bad time to pop the flamethrower right now. It's going to pop it. He's going to retreat immediately after one burst. Would have been better to have that flamethrower around the back end and burn the MG through the house later on. Conscript, a bit late retreat down that conscript in the north, but it should get away. And looks like the Axis player, Mishi, has won majority of the engagement so far. He's going to push back now to the centre of the map. He's going to take this conscript to go for the cutoff here in support of the MG. Nice play here to push up through the centre. It's a very weak grenadier though, so he needs to be very careful. He needs to try and get the decap very quickly. MG's going to be supporting it. Might be worthwhile putting down an anti-infantry minefield here on the far left-hand side flank to stop the flank coming in from around the back, and then he can have his all his infantry focusing on the front side here. Got one conscript squad coming from a long flank, but it's going to be met with another grenadier squad. This is quite a very heavy tier 1, 4 Grens and 1 MG. It's going to get the cap up, but he should retreat now because this grenadier squad, yeah, good retreat. Grenadier on the left's capping up. Now, Forez should expect this, man. It's kind of obvious that MG is going to be moving up to lock down onto the cut-off like this. So you should have anticipated this. Pioneer squad, though, not being paying attention here from Mishi. He does pay attention now, but it should get away. Unlucky if he loses it there. But the MG probably will get the pin off before the combat engineers get the cap. Yep, gets the pin off. But now this conscript squad could potentially flank down the side here because he didn't put any mines down there. Yeah, but 4-res is in trouble. He's got a lot of his territory right now flashing. All his territory here is disconnected. No fuel in the... He's going for an MG. He's going to try and use the MG to help him retake control of his cutoff here. Let's just see. We have tier 2 going up here. We have healing going in the base from Mishi. Good there.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
He's going to reconnect his resources now. Not sure why the MG pushed back so far. Guess he was want to be a little bit defensive here.
We are losing a sector.
So we get suppression on the Maxim, but then they've got these two squads that can flank around here. Anything to protect the MG? No, the MG's going to have to retreat in a second. Here comes the flamethrower now. Conscript squad on the far left decapturing the fuel point. He's going to have to pack up here. And retreat. Flamethrower squad's going to hug the light cover, getting close to the Grenadier squad behind green cover. They're going to displace. Probably the best thing to do against flamethrowers, but they're still kind of clumped up, so they need to spread.
The enemy is attempting to
They're not spread, so they're going to still take quite a bit of damage then, even though they're not in cover. Right, let's have a look. So we do have a 2-2 coming out. Do we have any kind of snare? No, no snares yet. Probably tech snares straight away, but again, if he tech snares, he's going to delay his T-70 coming out. Probably should be thinking about retreating that flamethrower squad and getting it back to base and rebuilding and building tier 3 up, sorry. Might lose it, he's not paying attention to it. Might get picked up. Oh, the Maxim coming in clutch then and getting that suppression off so the combat engineer lives. Oof, that was close, that combat engineer. If that had died, that had been painful. So I have to rebuild it and then build tier 3, which was further even delays tier 3. So here comes the 2-2 out now. I'm just going to pay attention to tier 1 from 4-res to see if he immediately buys the snare upgrade. Yep. He's immediately taking AT grenades. And also calling guard squad immediately as well once he sees that 2-2. So he's trying to counter it in two ways. With PTRS rifles from the guards and the AT grenade snare. Ooh, rifle grenade there just as the cover broke. 2-2 doesn't look like it's... Okay, it's going to try and chase here, but the guard squad is coming. Do we think this conscript squad's going to die? Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of 50-50 right now. Still got quite a bit of health and retreat. I think that squad's going to live. There's a conscript squad coming up behind it, so this just needs to make sure it reverses smartly here. However, 4-res, even though he's kind of behind in tech, he does have much better map control. Conscripts Uraring in. And careless there from Mishi. Lets himself get snared. Could be taking these pioneers and going for the cutoff right now where he's got a chance to do so. He's putting down a flare there, I believe. Yeah, he's put down a flare thing. Very hard to spot that there. I can't even see it. Where is it? Still can't see it. But there is a flare there. Oh, and there's one over there as well! Almost wiping the guards. Almost wiping this Grenadier squad. Very lucky that Grenadier squad lived. Good use of the flares, man. And we actually haven't seen any unit losses this game. Here come the... Okay, pioneers have gone for the decap now, which is good. Jitsu's in trouble. Conscripts might try and get the Grenadier on retreat. Oh, but he gets suppressed by the MG. Oh. Conscripts was being a bit bold there. Remember, we've got the guard squad in behind this as well. Squad should be okay. Here comes flamethrower squad as well. 2-2 needs repairs. Where's the engineers? Are in the base. Hits on the flare. Flare. Oh god, there's two. Okay, so 3 flares have been triggered this game so far. MG gets caught out. Guard squad coming in from a nice flank here on the rear. MG's not set up. Still no tech though here in the base here from 4-res. He could be reinforcing all these squads in the base, so he is playing quite well, but like he could be playing better. Like he's a little bit slow on the reinforcement. You know, probably should have made himself another engineer squad to build up tier 3 and tech up and get, you know, because he's not got 220 fuel in the bag right now. You could have had a T-70 out by now, but he's just been a bit slow to do that. So Grenadiers 30 minutes, so 90 minutes, so 90 manpower has been wasted from Mishi tripping 3 flares, and flares cost 10 munitions each, so 30 munitions for 90 manpower. Not bad at all. Maxim in the building here. Don't know what that 222 is doing. It's going to get itself snared here, being way too aggressive. Could be mines over here as well. Surprised for us didn't try an Aurora in there and get the last snare. We have a mortar out here to try and counter the MG. So I guess that's good. We've got Panzer Grenadiers here as well now. I'm very surprised Mishi hasn't, you know, teched to get himself some, like, a pack gun or something out, you know.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Right, here comes the counter-attack now of Mishi. He should try and push hard for this cut-off now and regain his map control. Right, finally tier 3 is getting built. He probably could build a T-34 straight away here, I think. Yeah, light vehicles, I believe, do trigger the flares. Right, we have a conscript squad that's quite far behind enemy lines here. Got 3 grenadier squads on the retreat of this. 222 could probably get involved here as well. Where's those Panzer Grenadiers out? They're busy capturing the cutoff here. Conscript squad's a bit overextended. I would retreat that, man. And now the mortar round's like landing on top of it.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
This might be a little bit careless now of Forays. Pushing out again as a big ball of infantry, and you know, MG is just going to suppress this entire lot. Second time he's made this mistake. He's laid a telemine here, and he's sat on top of it to make it obvious he's got a telemine there, which is not very good. Conscript squad here does get the snare up, but it's very low. And we do have 2 grenadier squads. No, 3 grenadier squads in the retreat pod, so we might see our first wipe here. He needs to focus it down. Yeah, he's trying for it. LMG needs to shoot. Is he gonna get it? Doesn't get it, no! Oh, missed opportunity there. Right, here comes tier 4 now. Please build a pack gun for Mishi. Alright, he's building a pack. Okay, thank God. He read my mind. Building pack gun. And I'm hoping he might be thinking about getting himself Shrek. So he's got a bundle grenade, but that's way too late. That's quite expensive waste of munitions. That's 35 munitions just wasted then. Another flare going off. Lots of sweepers here. I think he was sending this sweeper squad over here to repair this thing, but yeah, a little bit of misplay there. Okay, instantly rebuilding those flares, actually. So constant good play there from Flores. So he'll be able to stop calling on a T-34 as soon as he's got the manpower for it.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Constant squad running right into the jaws of that MG once more. Oh, this Panzer Grenadier squad's not doing too well. He's going to have to pull that back. He's got to be careful. They might retreat past a couple of flares here. He's keeping the squad there. Why would you keep the 2-man squad there? You can lose that so quickly. Run! Dude, the hell, man. Guard squad's going to jump in the house and maybe finish off this Panzer Grenadier squad now. And retreat. Woof. Playing with fire there, man. Okay, no commander choice still from Mishi.
Our industry grows to... We are losing a sector.
So he's taken up to tier 3. He's very far off getting any kind of vehicle out. His fuel control this game has been pretty poor. We have another flare going down here. So he's opting to plant flares over munitions. Makes sense, because a mine will kill... You know, a mine costs 30 munitions, and the most it can kill is 2 men off 1 squad. Whereas a flare can kill 1 man for 10 munitions. This MG is not being retreated right now. Very late retreat here. Might get picked off here on retreat. He probably will do. That's going to be a painful loss. It's Vetracy 2. Will it live? No, it doesn't. However, there are Vet Grens nearby to stop the steal here. Should be using light cover for this engagement. He's not. Both players should be using light cover. They're both sitting out in cover, and there's light cover of these bushes and light cover of this. Oh, but the mortar! I think that's our first wipe of the game we've just seen. And I bet 2 conscript bites the dust thanks to a mortar, a well-placed mortar round. 2 needs to limp away. Pat gun has been revealed. Another very low health conscript squad in the house. Just manages to retreat. T-34 about to pop.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Here it comes. So let's see if Flores can make this happen. Flores has got better map control. And he now has the better tech. But Mishi has a bigger population gap army. And, you know, all he needs to do is put some Shreks on these Panzer Grenadiers, and he can deal with this T-34 quite easy. Oh, there we go. What was that? I think a Grenadier squad just bit the dust thanks to a demolition charge. Never get into a house when you see combat engineers nearby, because you always just expect a demolition charge. That's a nice little pick there to get a Grenadier squad. Sweepers are over here sweeping up all those flares that were laid. Nice pushing here from the T-34 to deny the decap. Pat gun. Oh, man. He needs to get better map control, dude. He's got, like, the army, man. He just needs to utilize it better. Oh, Panzer Grenadiers do get suppressed before they manage to get the flank off. And now the T-34 is going to come in, reversing in. You get a nice shot here. They're kind of clumped. Oh, it does get a nice shot. Panzer Grenadier squad almost getting wiped there. Pat gun yet to get a shot in on this T-34. So meanwhile, Flores could just keep churning out T-34s if he wants to. He could just save up for the ISU 152. He's only 3.5 CPs away from it. Here comes the T-34. It's going to flank the Pat gun. Oh, good shot from the T-34 again. Takes 2 men off that mortar crew off instantly, and the 2 guy replacements come up straight away. Right, tier 3 has been built. How far are we from Panzer 4? Not so far off now. Still hasn't got any fuel control. T-34 is going to get snared now. Pat gun is moving up as well. Good to see. Grenadier squad camping up the right. T-34 needs to be careful. Right, T-22's finally been repaired. Mishi still yet to choose a commander. T-34 just needs to limp back, and it should be fine. I think we'll see an ISU here, to be honest. But Flores probably could do with another infantry squad. Maybe another guard squad would be nice here. If he's going to save up for the ISU chat, I'd probably go guard ISU if I was him right now. Or maybe even go for a Ziz gun, because at least the Ziz gun maybe can bombard this MG, and then it'll be ready to then counter the tier 3, anything that comes out of tier 3. That would be the play I would make. Bundle grenade coming in on the Maxim, but very good reaction there from Flores. Easily dodges that, so it's the second bundle grenade completely wasted here from Mishi. Oh, now they're getting burnt alive by the flamethrower squad here. Pack on moving up. T-34 has no longer been... actually, the telemine is still there from earlier. It should have been spotted. Surprised he hasn't swept that yet. Good use of the T-34 harassing on the flanks where the pack gun is not. And a map control slightly turning back to 50-50 now. T-34 can keep chasing if he wants to here. Nothing to stop it. A little bit risky though, because he hasn't swept for telemines. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to stop that T-34 from chasing it all the way back to the base, because the pack gun's in the center. So, and he might have gotten the wipe there, but again, that's quite a risky play to do. You're already, you know, Forrest is kind of ahead in terms of, like, tech, but actually the map control now he's behind. And, Yeah, we'll see this Panzer IV come out any second now, I'd imagine. But we're not far off the ISU, and that's definitely what he's saving up for right now. Uh-oh, pack gun's about to set up. Might get one shot off here before the T-34 pulls away. It will do. No, it misses. Shouldn't be chasing with that Gren. Oh, he saw him wanting to plant a mine down there. You would have spotted that, so... MG's going to get flanked here in the centre. A little bit overextended there. Panzer Grenadier is moving in on the conscript squad here. Conscript squad is Veteran C3 though. And the Panzer Grenadiers aren't utilising green cover for some reason. Oh, T-34's going to get shot in here as well. And the Panzer Grenadiers are wiped. That's what happens, guys, when you don't utilise green cover. Right, Panzer IV's out now. So, in the literally 1 10-second window before the ISU comes out, Mishi now has the advantage. He needs to try and kill this Panzer IV, sorry, this T-34 with the Panzer IV and Pat Gun combo. But the ISU's now out. He needs to push now, be aggressive, maybe. Guard squad going around the back lines once more. Pat Gun isn't pushing up in support here. One more shot needed on the T-34. ISU gets a good shot in. Oh, he misses the shot. Unfortunately, that would have been a killing blow, I think. He needs to now pull back with the Panzer IV because it's going to be chased now by the ISU. Can't see past that bush. He needs to reposition here. 2-2 almost goes down to the guard squad. He spots the cache being built that has been constructed there. ISU misses its second shot. Can't lose this Pat Gun, man. Loses this Pat Gun, he's in trouble. Oh, and a grenade! Good grenade onto the Pat Gun. ISU whiffing its shots. It's on armor piercing. We might see the guard squad go down. It does! Very painful loss then for Rez. His infantry is really poor at the moment. It's ISU, I don't know, is he using attack ground with this? I think he's trying to use attack ground with this. He's not having much success here.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Right, I'm going to pause the game real quick, guys, and ask chat a question. What unit does 4Res need right now? It's going to do one of my new things I'm going to put on YouTube. So let's just go over the scenario right now. So we have this is the scenario. We've got 3 Grens, Pioneer, Panzer IV, 222, and a Pack Gun and a Mortar. Over here we've got the ISU, the T-34, and only a couple of conscript squads. Okay, so chat is saying infantry. ISU's anti-infantry tank, not anti-armor. Changed my mind. Well, the ISU does both. It's both armor-piercing and anti-infantry. But at this point in time, anyone that has said build a Ziz gun would be correct here. Because the Ziz gun would definitely complement both the T-34, the ISU, and also supporting fire against maybe the MG that's up in the centre of the field. I would definitely say he needs a Ziz gun, and then I would probably then think about maybe making another conscript squad or replacing the guard squad he just lost. Because the Ziz gun would be nice in case if the Panzer IV was to push up and try and flank the ISU, you've got the Ziz gun there to protect it, and also it's good in combination with the T-34 as well. Okay, so the Ziz gun is definitely the thing to make next. We're checking out. Let's have a look now at the Austere. Oh, good point as well as Falco's just point out is that the Ziz gun can also lead camouflage because of the commander choice. 1 second, guys. So Baby says, what about getting a T-70 right now? Now, yeah, I think a T-70 wouldn't be a bad idea, but first I would choose the Ziz gun. Then a guard squad, then maybe the T-70. The T-70 would be good because it would be good at harassment down on the left flank to stop the decapping on the fuel and stuff on this left-hand side, because most of the engagement and all the armor is in the centre. The T-70 would work quite well there. Also, once it gets veterancy, it can then act on the vision with the binocular, the recon mode, and that would be great vision for the ISU to start plinking away at enemy positions on the front. So definitely a T-70 would be good as well. Now, for the austere player, Mishi, I'd probably be thinking about getting myself a second Pat gun right now. He's making another Panzer Grenadier squad. Don't think that's a bad idea either. As long as he upgrades that with Shreks, that'd be a good unit. But the thing is, right now, if the pack gun is dead, if the one pack gun he has out on the field at the moment dies and completely gets destroyed, I think Mishi's done for. Because he needs that pack gun to have some way of dealing with the ISU. Because what happens is if the pack gun dies, the ISU with the unpiercing rounds and the T-34 just push in and finish off the Panzer IV, and then that would be game. Okay, so Mishi, you know, he's really struggling on VPs right now, but he's still got plenty of time to come back into this game and win. Yeah, so I'd be maybe make the Panzer squad, upgrade it with Shreks, get a second pack gun out, and try and fight and isolate this ISU. What he should be doing is using the mortar here and smoking that ISU to stop it from having clear lines of fire, because the ISU is going to start plinking now with HE rounds on these frontal positions, and Mishi can't do much against this because the pack gun's going to have to fall back for the moment. Needs healing, needs reinforcing. So this ISU is going to have a field day for the next minute on the front line. Mishi still hasn't chosen a commander, so it might be advisable for him to pick something with Stuka close air support, and then try and use that in conjunction with a push onto the ISU and wipe that. If the ISU dies, guys, then I believe Mishi will win. He's chosen for the target commander, but I think that's not a sensible decision. Because he's nowhere near getting that Tiger. He still needs to tech up to tier 4, build tier 4, and then he can call it on. But he's got no fuel. The Grenadier squad over here is about to go down to the T-34 on a nice little flank. It's going to get crushed as well. Pioneers just get picked off then on repair. T-34 is going to finish off this Grenadier squad. No, it somehow misses. Very lucky Grenadier squad. T-34 can still chase here. But here we go. Pack gun's going down. Pack gun has been wiped before the Panzer Grenadiers come out. And Mishi is thrown in the towel just like that. Now imagine if he had, I think, is my game frozen? Yeah, he has thrown in the towel. So, in this instance, chat, what he should have done was pulled back, waited for the second pack gun, and then pushed up. Waited for like 2 pack guns, because, you know, I know he's behind, he's on 100 VPs. You've still got time to come back and push onto the front line. He needed to focus the left-hand side VP, rather than centre VP, because the left-hand side VP has got more sight blockers for the eye, and so the IS2 can't see that well over here, because you've got this house in the way, these houses, this bush. You can still use attack ground, but it'll be a lot less accurate than using letting it auto fire on units. And again, there was no telemine here on this side to protect that flank. And he has Panzer Grenadiers, weren't upgraded with Shreks. And again, if he chose the commander, he had 2 commanders there with the Stuka anti-tank strafing support. He chose the one commander that didn't have that. He could have put that down right then at the end and maybe saved his pack gun and pushed back the T-34. But yeah, and that was it. Yeah, you need to, so to take up to tier 4, so in the recent patches, guys, you now need tier 3 Soviets, then now build tier 4. In the past, I think you could go straight to tier 4 and skip tier 3 as Soviets, but now you have to go tier 3 and to get tier 4. So if you've got tier 4 up, you must have had tier 3 built, so then you can go for T70. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from that analysis there. And yeah, Mishi just needed some more anti-tank capabilities in this game. I find he actually had a better army composition, but he just kept on like getting hitting flares all the time, not really getting good map control off. I think Flores did incredibly poorly against the 1MG that Mishi had. He kept on running into the machine gun time after time. It probably would have been a good idea for Mishi to maybe get double MGs and try and lock down the map a bit more. Have one in the center and one to try and protect the left-hand side. Because constantly, this left-hand side fuel point was honestly decapped all the time this game. It was really struggling against that. But yeah, good choices though for Flores though for choosing, ISU. On this map, it's so open in the center here. And then once these bushes go down, then yeah, it's the field day for the ISU. Yeah, I definitely feel like he needed a Ziz gun here, though, just to complement his build, and then maybe the guard squad later on. But yeah, it's a shame to lose his guard squad there. But I think he came around. I think he managed to decrew the pack gun, or almost decrew the pack gun, but he ended up losing the guard squad then. Wasn't really worth it. And he lost one conscript squad to an unfortunate mortar. He almost lost another conscript squad that was over here, but fortunately it lived. So yeah, he needs to, I think, do a little bit better with his unit preservation. Hey guys, thank you for watching that video. If you want more content, please click on the link over here and over here. If you would like to subscribe, click on the button down here. Also click on the notification bell down there so you're notified whenever I post new YouTube content. I also stream nearly every single day on Twitch. I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HelpingHans. And if you want to show your support there, please do subscribe, as all your support helps me do this full time. And yeah guys, I appreciate it as always, and catch you next time. Bye-bye.